Are discussing the changes in the art industry, and my next guest was at the Christie's auction last night, keeping an eye out for signs of a possible art bubble. Vikram Mansharamani is the author of Boombustology, Spotting Financial Bubbles Before They Burst. He is also a lecturer at Yale University, where he teaches a popular seminar on that topic exactly. Vikram, so good to have you on again. I kept running into you as you were in the city at various auctions. You were watching them very closely. Tell me how the last few have gone in terms of overall trend.
Sure, Lisa. Well, first of all, thank you for having me back. It's a pleasure to be here with you. Well, listen, the trend actually has been downward. Last week at Sotheby's auction, as well as at Christie's auction, it was more disappointing than it was exuberant, if you will. And even this Tuesday night at Sotheby's auction, which I did attend, the mood was sort of tepid at best. Now, last night at Christie's was an exception. There we had some very exuberant bidding, if you will, where in particular we had one situation where bidding took place for almost 16 or 17 minutes back and forth for a Rothko piece that ended up selling at a reasonable price far above its estimates.
Vikram, earlier, back in April, there are art auctions all over the world. Many pieces were going for record prices. We have to go to break, but I do want to talk to you about how many Chinese buyers were driving prices up and talk about what this could mean in terms of an art bubble. We're going to have. Let's talk a little bit about Sotheby's stock based on some of the auctions that you've seen over the last, say, month or so. And Sotheby's did report earnings. Christie's not a public company, but Sotheby's did. And how that stock price is an economic indicator.
Yeah, Lisa, it's very interesting. I mean, this stock price going back to 1988 when it went public has been actually a reasonable proxy for global animal spirits, if you will. And anytime you see world record art prices, that's usually a sign that we've got bubbly conditions somewhere in the world. And Sotheby's stock price reflects that.
Vikram, I don't know if you can see this from where you are, but we have that chart up from 1988, which is when they went public.
Wonderful. I can't see it, but thank you for telling me. In 1988, it went public, and very quickly the Japanese art buyers that were setting world record prices led the stock price up to a new high very quickly. It then retrenched. I'm
going to fast forward to just when they reported earnings, because we have about a minute. The stock has dropped quite a bit since they reported earnings just last week. What does that mean as an economic indicator to you? Here's the 1 month, down 15%.
Yeah, it says to me, Lisa, that we have animal spirits retrenching. We saw an auction in Hong Kong in early April that did not go as well as expected. And then last week, we had a disappointing auction at Sotheby's. And then we had earnings that were a little bit light. And the investors, I think, the investment community and the market in particular, are saying the outlook is not positive, that the billionaire buyers are retrenching, if you will. All
right, Vikram, thank you so much. Always a pleasure to have you on. You always have an interesting perspective on things like art auctions. Okay, that was Vikram Mansharamani, professor, Yale lecturer, and also the author of the book Boombustology.